Hello everyone, it's DA here, and today we will be looking at Tenora, which is the Tenno Gatling gun. So this is a weapon that came with update 20, which is the Octavia update. Along with this weapon comes with Pandero, but we will not be looking at Pandero today. We will just basically be looking at Tenora. First things first, this weapon has two fire modes, which has a primary fire mode and of course a shotgun mode, which is the alternative fire mode. So as far as the primary fire mode is concerned, this has 12.5% accuracy, it has 25% critical chance, 2.0 critical multiplier, 11.67 fire rate, magazine size at 80. It is a noisy and an alarming weapon, so you might want to put hush on it if you're planning on using it for a stealth mission, or you might as well just go ahead and use Banshee. The next thing is that the reload speed, which is the downside of this weapon, is at 2.5. The status chance of this weapon is at 15%. It is auto triggered for the first one, and of course it comes with a base of 6.9 impact, 9.2 puncture, and 6.9 slash. This is not a good thing as far as physical damage. However, we're gonna go ahead and look at the secondary fire rate. The secondary one is also 12.5%, well 12.5 accuracy, charge rate at 0.80, critical chance at 33.0, which is higher than the 25% on the base primary fire rate. The critical multiplier on the secondary fire rate went all the way from 2.0 to a 3.0 times. The magazine becomes 80 as well. It still stayed at 80. The fire rate of this one is at 10 compared to the previous 11.67. It is also still alarming. Status is at 11.0, and of course reload for this one goes to 2.0. I don't know why that is different that way since it's the same gun. However, it is DE logic. This is a charged mode, so you have to hold down your firing weapon, you have to hold down your alternative trigger, and after about a second it fires. The impact is at 4.6, the puncture is at 13.8, and of course the slash is at 4.6. So I guess it is fair for us to say that this is a puncture based weapon. I have tested this weapon in several missions and in several modes, even from the first modern phase to the final modern phase, and I will tell you, it was incredibly amazing. I enjoyed every single moment of it. The sound of it gives a nostalgic feeling to the 80s movies and the early 90s movies, and I know a lot of you who were born in that era remember, and you know what I'm talking about. I tested this weapon with mag, and I went into simulacrum, and I went into several missions as well, and it worked amazingly well with mag second ability. I tested it and it was just incredible. I was able to use my magnetize and also just go into a barrage mode, and it was amazingly well. It worked wonders. I moved on over and used it with Nova in several missions, and I will be honest with you, this was also amazing. Using this in combination with Nova's antimatter, or using it in combination with her, all her abilities in general is just incredibly amazing because you're able to destroy them in one shot. You don't even have to hold down the trigger that much. I will say the downside of this, of course, is the fact that you have to hold it for a minute before everything begins to change. I use it also with Titania, and with Titania's Razor Wing mode, it was also incredible. It functioned very well. I tested it with vauban, and I also tested it with chroma, which was the best experience. I will suggest that you try this with chroma and see how it works and how it functions. One of the good things about this weapon, I will also say, is the fact that the weapon's mechanics makes it very amazing. The longer you hold down your weapon, the longer you fire. So if you hold down your firing mechanism, your firing button, which is your left mouse, the longer you hold it, the more the accuracy of the weapon increases, which means an accuracy of 12.5 will later on end up at an accuracy of maybe 100 or so, depending on how it is modded and depending on how you do this. Now, as far as modding is concerned, I modded mine by using 3 formers because this weapon does not come with any polarity slots, so you will have to format this weapon at least 3 times to really get the best of it and really enjoy this weapon. I formed it 3 times with 3V polarities. I'm using split chamber, I'm using shred, serration, speed trigger, I'm using high voltage as well. I'm also using malignant force, I am using point strike, and I am using Argon scope. Now Argon scope is a mod that not a lot of people have, but if you have another critical weapon, you might want to install that and use that as well. But the reason for this is because the fact that the accuracy of the weapon increases over time, it makes it a little bit much better, and this weapon really does not strain your eye whenever you zoom in, which is an amazing job by DE, by the way. So whenever you get a headshot and you zoom in with this weapon, you are able to get a 135 increase in critical chance. So with that being said, with that being put in place, you are able to get red crits in certain situations. So if you bring your Adarza or your Smiter Kavat into the game and they give you that buff and you're using this weapon, I mean, it is just guns galore. I mean, this will wreck everything. It will destroy them all. This is an amazing weapon. I've tried it so far. I've experienced it. It is really incredible, and I might as well even just go ahead and add another Forma to it just to improve and of course get additional way of customizing this weapon. Let me know in the comment section how you feel and what you think about this weapon in general. If you would love to see more weapons with such mechanics in the game, and let me also know if you want to see my review on the Pandero as well, because I know a lot of people have done reviews on it, so I don't know if anybody really wants to know and see or hear how I feel about this weapon. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. It is DA signing out. I'll see you in the next one.